maybe you can hear me right now. I have to be kind of quiet as a kid. So what you're going to do is you start like this, and the very first thing we do is kind of just close your eyes and like relax your neck like this. And you like slowly, just let it hang. You don't want to like pull it down, just let it hang wherever it hangs. And then you slowly rotate it to the left, and stop, and you go to the right, stop. And then you do that a bunch of times until you got pretty loose. And then what you're going to do is, kind of put your hands together however you want to do it. I go like this, and like lock my thumbs kind of like that. And then I just go up, breathe out, and breathe in with my nose when I'm going down, and then breathe out. This is the toe touch. You just go until like you feel a little bit of tension, but you don't want to like hurt. You don't want it to hurt. Just like a little bit of tension. Like as far as like when you feel the tension, maybe a little bit more. And you're there. And in through your nose. And then out. Put your right leg forward. You come down. You keep your hands pretty equal, and your knee should be on the ground. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be leaning forward, and you're going to feel pressure in your left groin, and you should feel a little pressure on your right, like Achilles tendon area. And you just breathe out, and hold it for as long as you want to, for one breath. And then breathe in through your nose and out with your mouth when you're on your toes in like a push-up position. Breathe out, hold it, and then breathe in with your nose. And you're going to drop your knees down, so you're on your knees. And now you're going to put your chest down. I forget what they call this, but it's something like the worm or something. And the same thing, you hold this pose. So breathe out when you went into it, in through your nose. And then you straighten your legs because you were on your knees. And so now you straighten your legs. You push up, and then just until your arms lock. This is called the cobra, and you can like pull back your head and it'll stretch more. And this is where you breathe out. Also, when you come up, you be like. You breathe in through your nose, and then I usually push up. And then you go into the down dog. Basically, you just scoot your feet forward, and I hop a little bit. And you just go like this. You lock your arms, you lock your legs. And this is, it's called the down dog, and you're gonna feel it a lot right in between your knees. This is almost like a toe touch one also. And then you're gonna bring your left leg forward and do the sprinter. You put your right leg back, and you do the same thing. So you're gonna feel it in your left Achilles tendon area / calf. Then you're also gonna feel it in the groin and the thigh for your right leg. And you do the same thing, so you breathe down when you got into it, so you stop, and then when you're ready to go to the next pose, you breathe in, and I go like this. I spread my legs, so I'm almost in a push-up position, and I spread my legs, and I walk myself back up, slowly, and then I push down, so now you're back into like the toe touch. It's like more like a spread leg toe touch. And once you're done with that, then you breathe out. You do the stretch one like this, and then you come down, almost like kind of like a praying stance right here. Usually just chill. Usually, I can feel like my body like loosening up if I'm just like kind of mellowing out, just kind of doing that. And then you just kind of go back into the same thing. Sometimes I straighten up my stance a little, so it's like shoulder length, and then you just start back with this, and then come down, and then you go forward with your right leg, your left knee's on the ground. Push. You go back to the push-up pose, locked arms, or straight arms, I should say. Then come down on your knees, chest to the floor, knees on the floor. You let your crotch isn't, and your face is on the floor, and your hands are still in position. And then you come up to the cobra. You come down. You get some momentum. Hop up to your down dog. Left leg forward. Right knee on the floor, and then you can always lean forward onto your left foot, lean forward on it, and you'll like pull a little bit more if you want, if you need more tension there. And you put your left leg back, spread them, walk up, push down, really like toe touch, come up, bring your arms together, up like that, and here. And then they say to go like this, you know, kind of like brush wind, because supposedly you have like these chakras, and like their energy regions, and so you can like bring energy into them and stuff like that. I do it just because it kind of feels chill when I do it, so I kind of roll with that. So those are the big ones for the yoga. Now for all the knee stretches, one of the things I was doing is it's basically, you know, I'll scoot it back a little so you can see it. Basically, it's like if Vanessa, or if Jessie was here, I guess, before you would be Vanessa, like I'd just lay down and like lay my head all the way down, and I just have her lift my leg until I felt the tension right behind my knee, and have her hold it. You know, so it's like right there. You can do it yourself, but your leg it gets kind of tired. I feel like you get a better stretch if someone else is just lifting it and you're limp. And so you just have her lift it up until it feels tense. And you stop. And you let her bring it down after she's held it for a while. You do that same thing. That one's good. I felt like there was like tension on the right side of my leg, because that's where it was pinching, was on the right side of my knee. So I felt like maybe there was like that side muscle here, which is like anterior something. But like then I had Jessie like take this leg and literally like kind of like pull it over this way, you know. Just have her like pull it, and then you know I would just like lift up my hand when it was like tight enough and have her hold it. And then she set it down, and maybe switch to a different one, or you do the same one a couple times. And I did like, you know, just like the butterfly, or you want to call it crowd pleaser, just real slow, because that's going to stretch out your groin, which pulls out, which is going to stretch the inside of your thigh. And then basically the same thing, it's like toe touches, just like in soccer, and then, you know, like thigh grabs, you know, and that's going to stretch out the top here. And what were the other ones? Oh yeah, and then lunges, we'll do all that. And there's something for your glutes. Maybe it was like this. Yeah, I did like these ones or something like that, where like you grab your knee and you like pull across. Yeah, that stretches out like your glutes back here and stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this part too for the yoga. Like after you're done, they call these like, call it the happy baby. If you grab your toes and you do it, but I usually just grab my knees. And they just call it rocking, or the rocker baby or something. And you just go like this. And then you just let your weight naturally, like, after you've like started it, just let your momentum kind of rock you back almost to your shoulders, and then just rock forward again. And what this is doing is it's like massaging your back almost, because you're rolling back and your muscles are just rolling across the floor, and so it's kind of pushing on them and doing different things. So I do a lot of those, you know, and it's like boom, boom. Sometimes I'll do like 10 or 20 after I'm done with yoga. And then what they say to do after you're all done with that. So after you've done like your poses, and you just did these rocks, and they said you go into what's called the corpse. And basically it's just laying on your back with your palms up. You know, laying almost like legs a little spread, hands a little spread. And you just like lay there with your eyes closed and just kind of relax. And I've like felt like my back like relax too if I'm doing it right and I'm not like worrying about too much. Like my back will literally, instead of like being up like that, like, you know, untense and like kind of lay down. So those are my big ones. I would do the same thing that you like that massage lady told you, like drink water and stuff like afterwards, just because it helps with like your muscle relaxation and stuff like that, to help flush things out if that's what's getting clogged. You know, there's stuff like in there, I don't know, like salts or whatever that need to be flushed out, and that could probably help. So I would do those. The sun salutations you could do as many rotations you want. I do 3 usually, 3 to 5. 5 if I'm like, if I need to get back into it, or if I'm feeling like exceptionally tight. 3 is like pretty good if